Team. Not AFK, I'm not. Oh, I'm on the wrong channel, am I? I'm on the wrong channel, am I? I don't know. What? What? Am I live? Oh my god, we're live. Hooray! I knew I clicked the right button. It just took like 50 seconds to connect and start streaming. So we're all good. Welcome to some viewer replays. We're going to be replaying viewers and coaching and stuff like that. So let's jump into it. First replay here is an Arthas game. Kex got drunk on tea. Better watch what you say, Wub Machine, because this replay is yours. This replay is yours, Mr. Cranky Pants. Alright, cool. So we're going to this one. Looking for a full opinion on the game, if I can. You didn't understand what's going on at first. You're still confused. Be harsh. Oh, I like that. Don't hold back. This gold is killing me. I need help. Hope you enjoy. Yours truly, Wub Machine. Alright, Wub. Let's take a look. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You sent me a replay. Gregor Stone, I go through like different replays every week. Like every week is a fresh start. I don't keep them banked. I just do a fresh start. People that send in the replays on the day. It's way too much of a pain in my ass to sift through all the emails and to file them and stuff like that. I'm lazy. You need to make this as easy for me as possible. If there's work that can be avoided, that is what should be done. I think Bill Gates, is it Bill Gates or is it Steve Jobs? One of them like would approve. I think it's Bill Gates approve of that. He was like, you know, find someone who's lazy because they'll find the easiest and quickest and most efficient way to do the job that they have to do. They won't make it too complicated for themselves. Anyway, we're going to be playing Arthas on Blackheart's Bay. Okay. Team Neat game I analyzed for Funky. Oh, we won't go through that again then. Alright, Mr. Cranky Pants. So, I mean, like, taking an initial look at the team comps, you know, going into this in Blackheart's Bay. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, your one's pretty wonky in that you've got 3 backline with an Oriel and an Arthas. So, I mean, you're definitely going to be a big focus target for the enemy team. It'll be difficult for the Oriel to get good value healing here, but we'll see how it goes. At least Lunar will give her lots of consistent energy. But Oriel can't do much to support a Genji. So that could be kind of tough for you guys to deal with. However, you do have the global with Zagara. Zagara is also pretty good at farming Merc camps. Genji can gank and he can do chess, so it might not be terrible. Let's take a look at the enemy team, see how they match up. We'll be curious to see what build Varian goes for. We got Nazeebo. Yeah, gosh, this is super wonky. It's definitely weird. So, I mean, their team comp is very clunky. They don't have much wave clear at all. Nazeebo will have a tough time stacking unless he's double soaking. He won't be that good at it. Zagara should beat him, I would think. And they won't have much kill pressure apart from that. I mean, like, in the early game, you should be okay. I mean, late game, it does get scary for you guys. For sure, because, you know, Lily is exceptionally strong late game. Raynor is as well, so is Nazeebo. Varian obviously scales with levels. Diablo is, like, pretty good at getting picks late game, which isn't very impactful in Hero League. So that could be kind of scary. You guys have a pretty big, like, level 10 power spike, though. So, unfortunately, your team comp doesn't really crush them super early, but we'll see exactly how it's going to go down. We'll see how it's going to go down. I'm not sure how this one will go. So we'll see. Be harsh. Here comes the boom. Hey, Nub. Hey, chat. Hey, Jado.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the battle begin.
Nubkex, you're more courageous than me, and she's like cower in a corner. Somewhere letting the demons fester and grow. In what way? Because like the breakup stuff? I don't know. I guess I just kind of... I don't know. Anyway, okay, so you like pushed in here again, like with the Oriel, that went okay. One thing I would say here kind of immediately is your camera was like way off, right? You couldn't actually see much of the enemy team or what they were doing, so that's something you probably want to look into improving upon. That fight went relatively well though, and I mean, Zagara's wrecking face down bottom, so that's all good. Alright, so this is fine. Like, you clear out the wave. Like, you want to go at this stage. Like, you want to get down to this chest. And Genji is doing it. This is great. Zagara is kicking ass as well. Okay, cool. So this is going well so far. Very well so far. So you guys, I think got pretty much... Did you get all 10 coins? I think you might have. You did. So this is great. That's like the perfect start to Blackheart's Bay. Which is a big deal. Disa asking what happened. Oh, bad funky. Okay, well, I mean, you've got... So this is where it starts getting a little bit wonky. You've got Arthas double soaking. You want to be pushing this like as hard as you can, right? You know, you want to be keeping control of this wave. For example, right there, it's... I would say oftentimes, like right there, you were waiting. You've got loads of mana now. It would have been a great opportunity to actually spend that and push in that wave instead of kind of waiting around. Also, you're running around here with no mount, right? So that's a smaller thing you should be doing. Absolutely. You want to be doing this mid lane as well. Basically, what you want to be doing is just kind of standard double soaking strategies, and Blackheart's Bay is a classic example of that. You want to clear the wave as quickly as possible, then get to the other wave. Clear that as quickly as possible, and you keep switching up and down, up and down, up and down. That's basically what you want to be doing. And that will enable you to, you know, just do work and kill people. Okay, kill the variant, that's good. At this stage you want to tap a well, and you want to keep going. Alright, that's fine. So yeah, grab that well. Then you want to come and you want to clear this wave in middle, and you just want to keep doing that. Ideally, you don't really want Arthas to be doing it. Ideally, I'd say you want Zagara to be doing it, but you're the one who's stuck. You're the one who's stuck here, so you just kind of have to live with it, I'm afraid. One thing I'd recommend is probably, you know, getting in on top of Raynor in a situation like that with your E, first of all. Slow him down, makes the route easier to land. Then you can start to bully him around. You're probably going to die here. Okay, you will be able to walk away. But I don't think you have enough HP to actually kill the Raynor. At this stage, you probably want to Hearthstone out. Oh boy. Oh god, you absolutely do not want to do this. This is like hardcore feeding right here. Luckily, it looks like you will survive, but that is something you absolutely don't want to do right there. At that stage, I mean, you're out of health and mana. You can see that, right from when I said you should Hearthstone, like you've done nothing. You wasted about 10, 15 seconds right there from when I said you should Hearthstone now, because you've got no health and mana, and you've got no way to get it back. And there's no teammates nearby. I mean, you just have to leave at that stage and let them just have their way with the place. You stayed an extra 10 or 15 seconds trying to contest a vision point, and you got kind of wrecked. Like, you just tried to stop them taking the vision. Of course, you couldn't. You did not have health and mana. You almost got killed, and really nothing came of it. This is good. This could be a kill on Raynor. This is good movement. Very well done. That was a good, well-executed gank and a well-executed kill. Probably at this point, I'd be kind of saying, "Yo, Zagara, are you gonna take over the top two lanes here? Let me join the team. That'd be good." And again, right here, you really need to be clearing this stuff as quickly as possible. I mean, if you look at your minimap, you're missing out on XP from these minions. Like, you're destroying this wave super slowly. You're missing out on XP because you're spending so long up here just killing it with basic attacks. So you need to be clearing it quicker. Also, if you push out the minion waves quicker, they walk into towers, they deplete tower ammo, they do tower damage, and then they die to the towers, which denies that XP from your enemy team as well. So it's really important that you actually push that as hard as you can. In this situation where you're, especially a situation like this where you're isolated, like you're alone top, the enemy team is all left, you're trying to soak 2 lanes, you want to soak the 2 lanes, push them in, get structural damage with the minions, and then have the minions die so the XP is gone. The last thing you want to do is what you did right there, which is just sit up there and just be basic attacking them, killing them as slowly as possible so that you're not denying the minions. And, you know, like, Nazeebo can come up here and get all of this wave, right? This is like an entire wave of minions that could have been dead to the towers, except you just left it there. He could come grab this if he wants, plus get Nazeebo stacks. And look, here he is. There you go. So none of that XP was missed. He's going to get it all. It's going to do some structural damage, but, you know, like, it should have done so much more. You wish you had... So I wasn't watching there, I was reading the chat. Looks like you're going to escape, so that's okay. And your team is kicking ass down bottom, which is fantastic. You guys are a level ahead right now, so that's good as well. And yeah, so I like the build. Yeah, I mean Rhyme, Frozen Waste, Rune Tap. It's good. I mean Rhyme's great against Rainer. Whoops, let me fix the camera. Rune Tap will help you sustain here. Frozen Waste gives you mana sustain. So I mean this is like my favorite build, and I think it's fantastic. So this is fine. You can just clear these guys out. Again, I'd be, you know, again, it's like you should really be clearing this stuff faster because there's this second wave which is just completely neglected. I'll plan that tower damage. I was looking at chat, I didn't see it, so you're forgiven that crime. Oh. You trapped in there with him, or is he trapped in with you? Now, you didn't need to use Army of the Dead right there. I don't think. You could have just probably healed. Maybe you did need to, because you're dying. You need to actually use it more. Oh, yeah, nice one. Whew, I thought he was going to escape there. That was pretty close, actually. That was closer than I expected. I thought you could probably have killed him without using Army of the Dead, but then it looked like he might have actually died. So, hey, you know what? You killed Nazebo, so it's okay. Now, again, if you look, there's this fucking... Look at the size of this minion wave right here at my mouse cursor. Can you guys see that? I hope you guys can see that. But look at the size of this. Like, all of this XP. It's so much experience. And that is all going to waste. Like, you're just... There's just no rotations. There's just no rotations at all. Like, you're just sitting in top lane, and poor mid lane is just... It's just wasted. Hey, Winston.
Okay.
Hi, Dad. Alright. So yeah, that's like the main thing I'm noticing here is that you obviously don't know what you're doing in terms of rotations and in terms of soaking multiple lanes. The Arthas mechanics are okay. Like, I like, like, right there, for example, we just saw, you know, you did the Frostmourne Hungers. So you did the basic attack, Frostmourne Hungers reset. That was cool. Your roots have been not awful. Like, they've been relatively decent. The talent build is perfect. So you got all that stuff going for you, which is nice. I like that. Yeah, I'm just like watching this going like, you need to rotate. Like, you've been so much XP missed. The great news is that, you know, at the same time, like, I probably would not have put Arthas a double soak, but it's working out pretty well. It's actually been working out pretty well. Your team has been winning the rest of the map pretty decisively. It's level 13 to 10. You guys have all of the coins. You're getting all the turn-ins, destroying all the structures. It's looking really, really good, actually, which is kind of crazy. I like this rotation down here as well. I mean, this reaches the point where it becomes kind of awkward, especially once the forts start getting destroyed, where your minion waves will push much deeper into the enemy territory. So until they push them back out again, you're kind of stuck not being able to do anything like that. That's the point where you want to group up with your team and start doing, you know, merc camps or forcing fights or something. But yeah, certainly when the waves are this far down, like, it becomes super risky to actually try to soak. This is great. You just want to walk away. He just wasted Gargantuan, which is, what is the cooldown? 70-second cooldown, right, for nothing. So that's fantastic. Thanks, Nazebo. Enjoy not having heroic for a while. What the hell is this? Confident aim. Hamstring shot. Alright. Alright, Rainer. Okay, and you're doing a better job double soaking now. This is good. I'm happy now. This is great. You didn't mean to double soak. Zag said she would do it. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, now, the fact that she didn't, you know, like, the thing I'm more concerned with is that you did find yourself in a situation where you had to double soak and you were the one double soaking, but then you still weren't double soaking. You were just soaking one lane and the other lane was left completely neglected. You're actually doing, I don't know what it is, but for some reason you're doing right now exactly what you should have done before. You clear out one wave, you ran up top, you clear out the other one, and you're just smashing them as fast as you can. This is fantastic. You're using your mana, like, you still have full mana, but you've been spending it. Okay, right now you want to be going to the chest. This is a bit too far for... well, actually, with them, sorry, them four being bottom, you're actually okay. You could totally come and clear out this wave, yeah. That's great. You know, actually, yeah, no, you're dead right. This is actually the right move. I like this as well. I didn't look at the minimap when I started talking, but yeah, they had 4 people down bottom. Only Rainer up top and Lunara was there. You could totally have gone and pushed that in. You don't want to do this. This is going to take you a long time. It's going to take you a long time. You'd be much better off joining your team or pushing waves. So this is kind of a waste of time. Poor Winston, I think he's been left alone and he's sad. Oh no. Like, there's been a giant fight happening here for this entire time. It would have been worth looking and figuring out what was going on. Alright, this is good to come clear this wave. Poor Winston. Okay, we cleared this out. This is good. Okay, I mean, you guys are still way ahead. This is fantastic still so far. Unfortunately, Winston won't stop barking, so it's really hard for me to think. Yo! Yeah, Shattered Armor is great. I mean, you also had the option as well. Biting Cold is something you could have picked up here in this game because you have been like soaking so much and it's more focused on XP and such. It would have been an option. That's a nice kill. Oh, not quite. Oh, not quite. Close though. I'd be very careful right now. You're very much isolated out here. So I think you did well at the start, then you went too deep when your teammates weren't actually following you in right there. You went too deep and stayed too late and found yourself in a bit of an awkward spot. Genji does get the kill though. Alright, there we go. Keep destroyed in the middle. Top lane is pushing in as well. Winston Primal Rage at the moment, yeah. And then he just calms down, I don't know. Maybe he's like, people don't... I don't know, that's weird. He just like, just becomes instantly quiet. Strange. But yeah, there is the option in this game, I would have said, of picking up the Biting Cold, just to be like, okay, well, seeing as I am clearing waves so much, that could help me do that more efficiently. Okay, so... I mean, you guys are just so far ahead, right? You guys are so far ahead, it's going really well. Now this is the awkward part of Blackheart's Bay, where you've got a massive lead, but you just can't finish the game because the map's too big. This is a bad map. So we shall see. Okay, clearing this out, that's cool. There's a weird bit there where you weren't basic attacking, but you can fix it. Alright, great, fantastic. Get the chest as well. More coins for you guys, and that's all great news. See, Arthas is pretty good because, you know, his E does clear that chest pretty quickly, which is nice. Gonna come join in with the team, okay. I actually quite like that aggressive rotation. It was pretty ballsy. Your team should probably be there to cover you. Yeah, I'd probably be coming and joining your team. I mean, you could even look to force, like, this siege camp now. Yeah, okay, so Inara's pinging it. I like this idea. So this is great. They took boss, that's fine. Honestly... You're gonna have double siege camp plus bruisers. That is so much better than the boss. Like, it's so much better than the boss. So this is actually a pretty big win. So you want to like push all these mercs in. It's gonna do massive damage. There's a good chance you even destroy this final keep here. Like, this is a huge wave. Right, they are gonna come back to defend, but you've got 4 siege giants with bruisers to soak the keep. I mean, this is really good. The enemy team is pushing with boss, so they're just throwing the game really at this stage. I don't know, this is not the worst, I mean, because they're not going to be able to save that keep, it's just too difficult. Okay, you should be finishing here, probably. Okay, good pop of Army of the Dead. Nice kill on the Zebo as well. Alright, the Siege Giants are just whacking on the core. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Interesting game. It's very funny, the Zagara. Yeah, I mean, like, the Zagara didn't pick Nidus, which I assumed was the point or anything like that. So it's kind of wonky. I mean, in terms of the replay, what I would say is, I mean, the Arthas mechanics are fine. Team fighting was for the most part fine. I would say, you know, the camera and being a bit more aware of the team is maybe something you could improve upon. But I think your decision making was for the most part pretty good. I'd say the main thing here really was that it's like just in terms of what you were doing in the lanes, right, in the early game. What you're doing in the lane in the early game, what I was mentioning already is, you know, even on very high mana, being super passive and not actually pushing in the waves when you are double soaking. And just understanding like what you want to do, which is to clear out both waves as quickly as possible. Because that puts pressure on the enemy team. It will wear out their structures, which will add up to basically cannonball and coin value. It'll get you the most XP and it will free you up. It just gives you vision and map control and everything like that. So it's definitely something that you would want to do. I know you're saying that, right, the Zagara is supposed to double soak. And that's true. In this case, though, she didn't and you were stuck double soaking. I mean, the best thing you can do is open up the chat and say, like, hey, Zagara, like, are you going to come up top? And then if she doesn't, or if she ignores you, or whatever it may happen to be, you still need to double soak properly, right? That was kind of the only thing, really, in this game. Apart from that, like, it was a fairly smooth victory from your team. One thing I would have said is, well, like, taking the Bruiser camp, it was okay. I mean, it takes a long time as Arthas. You're probably better off joining with your team because you were so far ahead in XP. It might have been a better idea. I like how you took this instead of taking the... There's a Q talent on this level, isn't there? Oh, it won't let me see. Oh, that sucks. I'm pretty sure there's a Q talent here, but he decided not to take it to synergize everything. Yeah, just, I mean, like, it's not even really to do with the map. Just double soaking on any map, like Black Hearts, Tomb of Spider Queen, whatever it happens to be, is generally speaking, like, just the most basic way of doing it. There's more complicated ways, but you don't really need to worry about those, right? You don't need to worry about those, not yet. The most basic thing you want to do is just rotate between the two lanes, clearing the minion wave. You just go to lane number 1, let's say top lane, clear out the minions as quickly as you can, then you just mount up, and then you run to lane number 2, the mid lane, clear the minions as quickly as you can, and then just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's basically, that's the basic strategy of double soaking. You can have more complicated things like timing waves in certain ways and stuff, but honestly you're not going to have to worry about that. Like, until you're at a much, like, a really high level of play. Okay. Let me see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 replays in so far. For today, we're going with number 1, which is Regulus. Regulus, it is your replay. And yeah, I think it's really interesting. I actually think that, you know, laning in Heroes is something that's, and like wave control and stuff, is a whole area that's really underutilized. And I could see that definitely becoming a bigger part in the meta going forwards. You'll see pro teams do it, they don't really focus on it that much. Because it's often the solo lane that's doing like lane control and things like that. And the camera in the pro games often doesn't focus on the solo lane because it's kind of boring as opposed to the 4-man team, which is kind of brawling a lot more. But things like, you know, freezing the wave, zoning the enemy hero off XP, pushing in wave on certain timings, that sort of stuff can be kind of interesting. But anyway, the basics of double soak is just clear 2 lanes as quickly as you can. So yeah. Alright, Regulus, you're playing Rehgar. You got Sylvanas, Tassadar, Thrall, Chaina. Yeah. Great. The enemy team is Raynor, Valera, Stitches, Malf, and Tyrael. Regulus is pog champing. I'm glad you're happy.
I hope you're ready, friend.
So I mean, obviously you guys don't have a tank. That's kind of rough. So at least you've got double support, so that's something. But this looks like it could be pretty damn difficult for you guys. Luckily the enemy team don't have a ton of damage, in a sense, so they're not going to clear the shrines too quickly. I mean, one possibility going into this would be that you just like YOLO push with Sylvanas. But I mean, that probably requires a lot of coordination. We'll just focus on what you could do, but I'm just thinking in terms of just the meta strategies. If you're stuck in a game like this, probably just pushing with Sylvanas and leaving, like, I don't know, Rehgar to clear the shrines could probably work okay. Because the Sylvanas push would probably draw away all of the members of the enemy team. They can't clear the shrines very quickly, and you could probably exploit that. It could be pretty good. Okay, cool. Ooh, Raider almost dead. That's pretty nice. Okay. Why is it split into 1 and 4 and not 2 and 3? Because the 4-man can, like... You set the 4-man to rotate between the two lanes and clear them out as effectively as possible. Because they can clear it very quickly and then rotate, so they can... Like, if you only have 3 people, they can't clear it as quick. So it becomes more difficult. They're also much more vulnerable to being ganked and killed during their rotations as well. So all that sort of stuff. Also, like a 2-man. I mean, you can split up differently, you know? Or like you can do things like 2-1-2 splits and stuff like that. Especially on bigger maps, you kind of... Like on Cursed Hollow or something, you don't run like a 4-man, really. Or even like Garden of Terror, which is coming into the map rotation again. So, yeah, that's... I mean, generally speaking, in a map, when you run a 4-man, it's because it's the most effective way and safest... It's the safest and quickest way to rotate between 2 lanes and clear them out as quickly as possible. And you'll still get all the XP from the top lane. Like, you don't get double XP from having 2 heroes in the solo lane, right? You still get the same amount of XP. So that's kind of what's going on. The threat is if you go 2 and 3 and they go 4 and 1, that their 4-man might just wreck your 3-man and then you could be just destroyed. You might fall to parts, basically. But it's a very rough thing. And you can, like, rotate away and gank and such. Two, 1, 2. What is this, Dota? Dota is 1, 1, 3. Get with the times. Oh, I like the zoom. I like the zoom. Zooming in. So this is pretty good for you guys if, like, you can clear this stuff out. Like, if you win the shrine, it's a big, big, big win. So Thanos is going back. I mean, Valeria, you can see her in middle as well. So you can still be pretty aggressive here. I mean, you do have a fair amount of shrine clear when it comes down to it. Thrall gets sucked and killed. Yeah, unfortunately, that's just going to happen in this game. And there's not too much you can do about it. Right there. That was interesting. Because I gave out to Funky about this before. But right there was like a perfect spot for a slowing totem, right? So if we rewind this in your mind like several seconds... Jaina's up here being chased by Tyrael, and then we've got, what is it, 2 or 3 members of the enemy team? I think it's 3. 3 members of the enemy team are coming from here. For your Jaina's trying to run away. Like, these guys are just going to walk over and kill her. You're right here. You can just drop that slowing totem. Just, boom, right there. They got to walk through it. She might still die, but it might have saved her the time that she needed to escape, which would have been good. Oh, she's going to escape anyway. Well, lucky for her. But it would have been better if you threw down that totem. I mean, it's only a tiny bit of mana. And it saves you a lot. Which button are you? Number 2. Okay, good attack on the Valeria that's diving you. I mean, it's just one of those rough things. Ooh. Alright, nice. She goes down. It's kind of tough for you guys to fight over this, you know, just because of the comp. But going relatively well. This is where Stitches is kind of a pain. The slam build, he'll be pretty good at stealing these and stuff like that. Alright, you went for the totem there, but it didn't place. But this is really good. I mean, it looks like you guys should win the shrine, and you're going to win it with the Sylvanas, so that's great. Actually, yeah, you do want to get in on that kind of soon. And it's, you know, it's good for you especially. Alright, I like that you're focusing on the shrine. Good, 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 good. I mean, if they overstay here, the Punisher's going to jump on them, which is just fantastic news for you. Go, go, Punisher! Kill them all! Punisher, do it! I believe in you, Punisher! There you go. Nice. Beautiful. Alright, this is a massive win. This is a massive win for you guys. You really... Yeah, I love it. I mean, this Punisher, it's a keep. This is a big XP lead. This is opening... not a keep, this is a fort. And it's opening up the map in a huge way. That's another kill, which is fantastic. Punisher doesn't even care about the fort anymore. He's moved on. He's like, guys, we're winning so hard. Let's go, let's go, let's go. This, I think you've got a great chance for this to be, you know, keep walls, which is, again, another huge win. Now, you don't want to commit to anything more. You just want to destroy the keep walls. I'd probably even be running away now. Oh, Thrall might die. Oh, Stitch is missed. That was good reactions from the mouth, though. Damn. And what might have happened there is the Stitches might have pinged it, which meant that he actually missed the hook. So he mistimed it. Funny. It's a pity you're taking this bruiser camp now. I mean, obviously Sylvanas is doing it and you're helping her out. I would say, you know, at this point, you're probably better off not taking it. Would have been better to focus on the camps further backwards, but c'est la vie. She has done what she has done. Teammates overextend, get killed in the meantime. But would have definitely been nicer to take the siege camps. Like, that bruiser camp's not going to do too much, and you know that the Punisher's not going to be in that lane, so it would have been great to have that pressure keep. That would have been really useful during the next fight. But, oh well. You could... Get a healing totem you could have thrown down. Would have been good. Again, healing totem here. Rip. Yeah, you might have died anyway. Definitely wanted to throw that healing totem down a little bit sooner. But yeah, I'd say just in terms of the map play, you know, that bruiser camp is just going to be cleared out. It's not going to do much at all. Tyrael's doing it as well, so... Given that the top shrine was the one that activated, and you know it can't be that, I think really saving your bruiser camp right there would have been a very good idea. Especially because you had plenty of other stuff to do on the map. You'd like 3 siege camps to fight over that you could have fought over, and it would have been nice. I probably would have gone for Bloodlust in this game, but... just YOLO. Okay, you got a shrine activated. Enemy team is about to hit level 10. You guys are super slow to actually commit to this and do stuff. Ring of Frost miss. Yeah, I mean, Bloodlust is good with Tassadar, man. It's very good with Tass, actually. It's not too shabby. It's pretty good with Thrall. It's not too shabby with a lot of them. Yeah, this is like a whole very messy like couple of minutes from you guys. I think you're doing okay. Like, as the Rehgar, there's not been too much different that you could do in this whole period. Wow, that Sanctification was awful. There's not been too much that you could do. Yeah, it's certainly kind of a rough situation here. This is the wonky part where I don't know that you can actually fight them. I don't know that your team can actually win a straight up fight, but we'll see. Oh. It's a pretty good hook. This isn't gonna hurt you too much. Luckily Valera didn't actually attack you. If she did, you would have died. Good position for a healing totem. I like it. Nice. Alright, great. Yeah, that's well done to the side as well. And this is fantastic. So this works out really well. That worked out really, really well. This puts you guys way ahead, actually. Again, you're going to get another Punisher. This is good because you kind of screwed up for a bit there. Like, not you, but your team had screwed up pretty badly for a while. So there's a couple of really good things that are happening on the map right now. So number one, you got way ahead at the start with the first Punisher. And then you kind of been throwing it for the last while. And it's basically gone even again for the most part. But now this is, you're going to, like, ought to take a really huge lead once again. So you've got the Punisher with the Sylvanas, which is huge. There's also a giant minion wave in the top lane. And it's very difficult for them to deal with that, because if they deal with that, that just means that bottom lane is going to die quicker to the Sylvanas push, which is really not good for them. So you stand to probably do a fair bit of damage up top. Yeah, this right here this is perfect. Nice. Okay, great. Good stuff. Good kill. Valera's gone. You get the kill on Stitches. There's a good chance you should definitely get keep walls, and you want to be getting like probably a fair chunk of keep damage here too. It's probably what you want to be aiming for. There you go, another kill. Beautiful. Earthquake, a little bit wonky, but whatever. It's a pity Sylvanas is not turning off that keep. It's taken about, you know, 6 or 7 shots on the Punisher. That could have been avoided there at least. She even had the opportunity to, honestly, to dive over the wall and do that. Okay, so you kind of overextended there. Good kill. You guys just want to run away and let her die. Sylvanas, that is. So you can see you guys kind of overstayed. Like I was saying, you know, you're realistic. You're looking to get keep damage, but you're not probably going to get the keep. I feel like you overstepped a little bit. Got away with it, but could be kind of risky. Oh god. This Tassadar gives no shits. Brawl going in. He's just going to walk at them. I want to Ancestral her. Whoa, you're lucky. You lucky they didn't kill her. They really want this Tassadar to retreat, and he really doesn't want to. It's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, stealing this away makes a lot of sense. You should just cast your Lightning Shield on one of them and make them walk in, you know. Don't let it go to your head. Keep fighting. Yeah, you're just taking the Merc camps to deny XP, honestly, and just keep them a little bit busy. Nothing too much is going to come of it. Hitting level 16 before the next shrine would be really good if you could pull that off. We'll see. What is this? The victim is blinded. Huh. Okay, well, I mean, like, you're just not here, so there's nothing much you could do here. Alright, cool. So no tank game is going surprisingly well for you guys. Oh, Rip Sylvanas went too far forwards, needless to say. She's super dead. Good kill in return. Nice. Alright, great. That works out ridiculously well for you guys. That worked out really well for you guys. You want to go focus on that shrine. Like I said, like I'm just really unconfident in terms of your team's capabilities of winning a proper 5v5 team fight. Like it could go wrong really easily. So I think, and especially considering that you've got Sylvanas, I really do think you want to prioritize taking the shrines whenever possible. You don't really want to, like, you'll get guaranteed value out of that, you know? So, yeah, right there I would have been going back to the shrine myself. It worked out pretty well here, at least so far. We'll see if you get the shrine. But I would definitely, with the Sylvanas team plus a wonky team fighting comp, I'd be like, if we can get the guaranteed objective, a pushing objective with Sylvanas, that's what we want to do. Yeah, like right here, Sylvanas isn't here and the whole enemy team's on their way, so this could go real bad real quick. Stitch's hook hits one of the Shrine Guardians, so that's good. Alright, Sylvanas on the way. That's a very good Ancestral. Okay. I'll ring a frost when half of you are dead. Ha ha ha. I mean, their death timers are quite a bit shorter. Oh, she's going in, team! She's going in! Will it work, or will she die? Oh, she's going for it. Just basic attacker, Sylvanas. There you go. Sylvanas doing the old, I will run around and hit you with my Qs, but no basic attacks. Even if one would kill you, I will wait for the Q cooldown to go. Alright, so you guys won the shrine. This is good. There you go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Alright. Good chance you get a keep here. Not guaranteed though, because like the team is very spread and Thrall is like Thrall's off on vacation, so Thrall does not believe in pushing 5-man, pushing objectives with Sylvanas is yeah, good thing that you spotted it, so at least you're aware. Oh, Sylvanas doesn't have the level 4 W, so actually it probably won't be a keep. It almost definitely won't be. Yeah, you guys probably want to just run away. Nice kill by Jaina there on the stitches, that's good. Would have been a great ring, but for the sank. Nice ancestral. Okay. And that's that was definitely like a super mess of an assault right there. I mean, again, like you know, the whatchamacallit, you know, the Thrall went the wrong way and Sylvanas didn't turn off the keep, so yeah, that was kind of gnarly. That was like, yeah, that was close to going really badly. We'll see. What's this? Your tidal waves? Okay, Hunger of the Wolf. I think 3D Earthshield is better, but I can see where you're going with tidal waves. I mean, Earthshield is still good for the burst, and they've got quite a bit of single target burst. That's worth considering. But I mean, without the tank, I see where you're going with the no max HP thing. Okay. I mean, I like your positioning, like you're safe, you're ready to protect people. Calling for level 20, this is great, this is good. Alright, yeah, I mean, this is like fairly nice. You just like walk through this wave, clear it out, get level 20 off of it, walk onto the shrine. Bruiser Camp's pushing as well, it's all good. It's all good. Gone for rewind, okay, I like it. I'd activate that shrine if I were you. I mean, you're playing cowardly when you're level 20, so really don't want to. Yeah, you want to be with Thrall a little bit here, but you also want to focus a lot on your team, because that could happen. Which you really don't want to happen. Okay, good attempt to Ancestral there. I think it went off, like the animation started, but it instantly stopped. That one's pretty good. Alright, well. Great, you guys won the fight eventually. Alright, cool. Piece of shit, kill him. Who knows what she's doing at the moment? Dying, allegedly. Where are you going? Thrall is killing this at the pace of a slow snail here. Eaten. It's okay. Nice. It's the slowest take of the shrine ever. Well, you guys got it eventually. Now, they do have 20, but they're missing Rainer, so this is pretty good. This is a good chance to win the game here, I would say. I mean, the keep... I believe the keep walls are already destroyed. So it's just an open keep with the Sylvanas. Yes, indeed they are. So the keep should die, really having taken... Without the Punisher, really have taken no damage, so... And the mid keep's even almost dead. So you're really looking getting like keep and core, or just like a single keep. If Sylvanas would actually shoot the fort, that'd be good. Okay, there you go. Only cost the Punisher 15% of its life before she disabled it, but it's okay. Alright, nice. Yeah, it's a good bite on him. Really don't want to be running away here. Like, this is a core push, you know? Yeah, like right there, I mean, like, that's a little bit concerning in terms of, like, you're being super defensive and passive when there's no reason to at all. Like, you're running in circles when you're committed to a core at that stage. You got MVP, nice. Okay, I'm trying to click the exit button automatically. Alright, cool. I mean, it was, it's an interesting game, alright. In terms of the Rehgar stuff, I don't know, like, honestly, it seemed like you got a really solid foundation. Like, there's no glaring mistakes. It's just, like, everything could, like, kind of turn up that notch to 11, you know? It's still there, like... But that's what I mean. It's kind of weird in that game because, like, there's no major mistakes. It's just, like, everything is kind of like at, you know, 85%, you know? It's like nothing's up at 100%. Everything's 85%. So that's something I'd be looking into. I mean, I would maybe be a bit more critical about being more aggressive and stuff, but I can understand being very difficult to be aggressive in this particular game. But I think that you could, like, yeah, it was a tricky one. Like, I mean, I thought it was, like, good, solid play, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, there's not much to cleanse from the enemy team, really. You know? Like a Valera into Malfurion thing. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all you're gonna cleanse. Like, there's not much to cleanse, really, is there? It's more so if they combo together. And oftentimes it'd be like a Stitches hook into one of those, and they'd probably be out of range. So, yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. 5 replays. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's true. You can cleanse Twilight Dream. Yeah, actually forgot that one. Yeah, you can cleanse the silence, which is good. You can't cleanse the Exmo. We're looking at Dharmas. This... Have I covered this already? It says number 1. Are you sure? Oh, no. Okay, I downloaded it twice. Okay, never mind. That's fine. Can he cleanse a blind? Yeah. Yeah, you can cleanse nearly everything. You can cleanse everything except, like, time stops. And like Maw. That's pretty much it though. So time stops are like Zeratul VP, Chromie time traps, Medivh Leyline Seal. You can cleanse everything else though, I think. Just about. Can you cleanse death? Yep. Yep. That's why cleanse is OP. You just bring someone back alive. It's pretty good. And you can cleanse Malthael, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could give bigger advice for that Rehgar game or insights. I mean, it's just one of those things where there was no like major thing. It was just like, okay, you played a pretty solid game. It was just like probably the main thing would just be to, you know, just keep playing, keep practicing, and like watch someone like really good at Rehgar, like play a whole bunch of Rehgar, like watch a support main stream or something like that, and then like just start learning the limits and approaching those limits more, because like you're just like a really solid overall player, and so then it's really difficult to figure out how to raise all that up to the next level. It's pretty interesting. Cat Steins watching first time. Woot, welcome. No Name Joes says, can you cleanse my crippling depression? Not sure about that one. I don't know. You thought you made big mistakes, Jebaited? I don't really feel so, Regis. I don't really feel so. Can you cleanse noobs? Yeah, you can. Will they work with it though? I don't know. What rank is this? I think it's silver? I'm not sure. Long ass game as well on BOE. That's kind of nuts. Should be interesting. Yeah, it's silver. A little bit higher, about gold, platinum for the general stuff, but he's in silver. Okay. Wait, why is this going funky? There we go. It's better. Cleanse nukes. It's not camera lock, it just wasn't properly locked into Valla's perspective. Now he's fixed. I mean, you guys have got a good draft for the map. Apart from this, that's a disaster. Apart from that, like, reactive parry, number 1 on Battlefield of Eternity. Number 2 against Tychus. Feels bad. At least you took the right talent, so congratulations. Unfortunately, your teammate's already griefing you, so that makes this awkward. Being griefed before the game really begins. The best feeling. I mean, if you've thought that, okay, here's actually something worth considering, right? So, okay, Arthas is in the solo lane up top, cool. So they got like Varian, Kel'Thas, Tychus, and Uther. I mean, it's actually pretty scary here for you as Valla. They've got quite a lot of kill pressure, so you do need to be kind of careful. Like, Tychus does a lot of damage. Kel'Thas has a lot of kill pressure early on. So, and Uther as well. So, I mean, you have to be... It's definitely a scary lane for you. No doubt. But yeah, Valla's very good on this map. There's no doubt about that. Go the W! Oh, you didn't use multi-shot! No! Feels bad. Wish you could see the hatred stacks. Oh yeah, we can't see them. That's kind of funky. I don't know why it's so strange like that. Okay. Interesting. I'll probably talk more about the lane in the second lane phase here. Certainly at this point you want to be mounted anyway. Probably forgot. Alright, this is good. I like this. Right there, that was a mess though. You're doing really good up until that point. So what happened wrong there was, like you started really well, you know, moved into the Immortal inner ring where it's not going to stun you. But then you use Vaults to dodge, was it Flame Strike? Something that you can just walk out of. and then like you were vaulted, you were stunned, and then stunned by the immortal and killed, right? So that all, like, you kind of, the second you had to vault, instead of just simply walking out of that, you were basically locked into a death loop that you could not avoid. So that was a big mistake. Like, you need to be able to dodge that stuff without using vault. Like, vault is kind of a last resort type thing. Ooh, I can hear food cooking. Dinner. Me hungry. Go. Be careful with the stutter step. You know, I think it's fine actually, right? So you're obviously trying to practice your stutter stepping and stuff. It's good to practice. I mean, like right there, you were like running around a little bit without shooting, which is not something you want to do. But I actually think it's a fine price to pay just for getting more comfortable and practicing it, and just it's something that gets more natural over the course of a lot of games. So it's definitely something you can kind of work on. All right, this is pretty nice. Good little poke against Arthas. Starts building your level 4 stacks. Ooh. It's a really random vault. You don't want to really use vaults randomly like that. I mean, it's quite important to save vault for actually dodging stuff that you really need to dodge, I would say. Would it have been worth taking a camp before the immortal died? No, definitely not. Definitely not. Like, the immortals, once the immortal spawns, immortals are pretty much #1 priority that overwhelms everything else. After the first immortal phase, you want to focus on the siege camps, and then you want to take your bruiser camp before the next immortal phase starts. Like, you want to time it out correctly. You've got about a minute or two. By the time you fought over the siege camps, it'll be time to take the bruiser camp. Now, unfortunately, Arthas has gone too early. Yeah, so you know that. That's good. You can use Q for extra wave clear, by the way. It's super cheap with this build. Okay. Why is there no camera? I just had I had a breakup this week, so for the first couple of days I just didn't want to be on cam. I'm feeling a good bit better now, but I just not hugely in the mood to put on the face cam. I said, you know what, I'll just stick with a week with no camera and just kind of see how it goes. It's more relaxing for me. Okay. Oh, oops. Not even close. Not even close. Alright, you can see this bruiser camp though is way too early. You want this pushing during the immortal phase. You can see it's already at the towers before the immortals even spawn. That's not great. Pity you missed the Q there. You got the right idea though. Alright, well you're stacking up the Q pretty decently, so that's good. Making your way over to the immortal. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that Arthas doesn't know how to time stuff. Say la vie. That was actually good that time. Perhaps unintentionally, but that was very smooth. Yeah, it's interesting. Again, I'm not particularly critical of it, you know? Like, in terms of, you're running around a lot and then you're not actually dodging the stuff you need to dodge. You're finding yourself in a rough spot. But it's actually okay because, you know what? I'm especially because you're in silver, you're putting in a lot of effort into stutter stepping and to moving. And that's actually really fantastic. And, you know, so what if it's not fully working out? The fact that you're putting in the effort means an awful lot, I think. And it gets better with time and with practice. And this is a really bad situation. god. Here comes the trickle, team. Here comes the trickle. Okay, at least you killed him. So at least there's that. You could have handled that certainly a little bit better. Just playing more at your max range. Needs mana, has Malf. Thinking. Yeah, I know. The Malfurion isn't giving you any mana back, unfortunately. There's not much you can do about that. Also, Jaina has decided that Ice Lance is not the talent for Battlefield of Eternity. Who needs that? But yeah, I think you could have like pulled that off without actually. You might still have died, but you would have lasted longer. That's for sure. But no matter in this case.
Our triumph brings order to this realm.
But yeah, like I really do think. Do you have to stutter step with Genji? Yep. Like I like that you're doing the stutter stepping. You're trying to keep mobile and keep moving, which is a huge thing. It's not perfect yet. And you can tell, like I would say in some fights it seems like your attention is kind of drawn to the actual stutter stepping itself so much that you're not always doing the exact right thing. Like for example right here, you kind of get distracted and uh-oh, you've taken a whole bunch of damage. Ooh. Ooh, too greedy. Like there, I feel like you kind of overwhelmed yourself a little bit, but it's okay because I think it's fine because it's just good that you're practicing those skills and learning that stuff. It's something that gets better. Oh, you're telling him to give you mana over, was it Jaina? Oh. Jaina lives. Okay, going for strafe in this game. Sure. Think you could realistically go for either one? I think you could realistically go for either one. Oh, Arthas living dangerously. Arthas walked the wrong way, probably killed by pathing there. Whoops.
I can do no more.
Real question, does Malf take Ice Block? One would hope so, yes. I hope so. Okay. You're also very, very lucky that Varian took the wrong talent at 7. That's really great. So that makes your life a lot easier as Valla, actually. An awful lot easier. Takes a lot of stress off you. You don't have to worry about the longer protection. You can get more damage uptime. How did you choose between the two ults? I mean, they're both really good, right? It just... I think they're both really good. Like, Strafe does more damage. Then the stun is just super useful. So, it really depends. I don't know. Like, I would tend to go for... If they have heroes that are particularly vulnerable to stuns, then it's quite good. If you've got particularly good follow-up. I mean, like, it wouldn't be too bad in this game, you know, to synergize with, like, an Uber-X stuns, Arthas swaps, or Jaina roots, that sort of thing. But, I mean... Yeah. This is definitely not a game where I'm going, like, you absolutely need the stun. Like, you can get away with other stuff and it's okay. You're just dead. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that was one of those times you just want to put out as much damage as possible because, like, as soon as he fired that off, you were just dead. But watch how you go in the team fight. The positioning is a little bit too dodgy in some of these fights, so watch out for that next time and see what we can do in terms of stuff you need to watch out for. Like I said, I mean, it's a very difficult, like I said, it's a very difficult game for you as Jaina, as Valla, because they've got so much kill pressure on you. With really all of their heroes, you're very squishy. They've got a lot of burst damage, a lot of single target, so that's kind of horrible, honestly, to play against. It's a tough decision at 13 whether to take Gloom or to take the Q. That's a good strafe, I like it. No, he's still dead, but he did the right thing there. Okay, this is fine. Good, nice kill. I like that. You did good there, for sure. Yeah, now you overstepped there to try save your teammate. You can see that. You walked into the Arthas slow. You got flanked by the Uther and you just got locked down and killed. Like, you could have easily walked away and been okay. Even poked a little bit from range, but your teammate was basically effectively dead before you went in, and you just kind of secured your own death. Alright, so you gone for Gloom. I actually like that, right? Because he's gone for Pyroblast. It's kind of a pain in your butt, but that's what you're stuck with.
I must find another way.
Why do you always see level 500 plus people in gold? Is it normal? Yeah, it's pretty normal, yeah. I mean, it's not only like time spent playing the game that makes you better, though that does tend to work, but oftentimes it needs to be quality time, you know, like you have to be invested in getting better. All that sort of stuff. Also, people learn at different speeds as well, like it's not a totally static thing. You can see you're struggling here, the camera is like way behind the action. Alright, good though. Nice for your team. Yeah, alright, and this is a good decision to just go race the Immortal. You want to actually use your Q before you vault though. You messed that one up. Okay, good. Again, you're walking forward a little bit too much in these fights, and you're getting yourself just like chunked by Kelthus in particular. So that's something you really need to watch out for. Ooh, very brave. I like it. I like it. You're like, yep, sneak that one extra stack in my quest. Why the hell not? I like it. Bravery. You lose track of how team fights go. Yeah, I mean, that's just a difficult thing. That's a difficult thing to do. And like I said, I mean, just from the comps alone, this is a very difficult game to actually play Valla in. There's so much stuff for you to have to worry about. It's a pain in the butt. Probably be a lot easier if you were like Greymane, for example. It'd be a bit easier or something like that. It's more HP to play with, more you know, a bit more burst, but it's still fine. Yeah, I mean, like, going into these fights, you have to watch out for, you know, Tychus diving forwards and hitting you. You gotta watch out for Varian charging forwards and taunting you. You absolutely never, ever want to walk into Arthas E. Then you're gonna get wrecked. You don't really want to walk into melee range of Uther, and you gotta watch out for Flame Strikes and Kelthus stuns. You know, it's pretty bad, like, that's a lot of stuff. Plus the Arthas roots as well, not to mention the rest. It's pretty bad. We've switched to a different person here. Are we a Nubrak? I'm confused. No, I think we're okay. That was a good, if probably unintentional dismount. Yeah, he's just dead. Oh god. Don't do it, Artanis. Don't swap him. What is... hang on. We're almost certainly not on your camera here. This is mega bugged out. Here we go. I think it's fixed now. There was something funny going on there. I think we were stuck on a Nubrak's camera. That has to be what it was. That's what makes the most sense, if that was a Nubrak's camera. Right, we're back to your camera. Yeah, taking the siege camp is good. What's the timer on this? Like, yeah, it's miles away, yeah. So, forget it. Yeah, this is good to take. Alright, lovely. Want to get to that Immortal. Be there as early as possible. Pretty difficult. You're still waiting for Nubrak to get back, so you need to be very safe here in terms of this rotation. That is not safe. Yeah, I mean, like, there's Arthas right there. Good dodge. And nice, hit both Qs. That's pretty damn good. Trying for a strafe. It's fine. Really should have probably vaulted and hit him again sooner. That would have been a really bad situation for you, apart from the fact that it is RIP Jaina. Oh, maybe not RIP Jaina. That would have been a really bad situation for you, apart from the fact that it is Varian took second wind at level 7. If he had lived by the sword, he would have been in a pretty terrible position there, but it worked out okay. Doomfist reveal for Overwatch? Really? Ooh, I'll check that out afterwards, if that is true. Oh yeah, the camera is the green circle around the hero. I see. I see. Pity you missed that. Oh, missed that one too. Definitely don't want to miss those as much as you can. Overwatch is anime now? What? I'm just trying to think. There's apparently ages left in this game. I don't know how, which is crazy. I mean, this is still ultimately a win for you guys because, like, that is in a great spot. You want to make sure to land those Qs. Like, you're missing quite a few here, which happens. It's certainly like to play Valla to her highest level. You definitely want to be landing those as much as you can. You're really not that far behind in the fight. Like, this is pretty decent for you guys. Ooh, gone deep. Gone deep. Oh yeah, this is good. He's super isolated. Oh! Oh! Oh, you're brave. Oh god. I was gonna say this might have been a situation where going for a well was a good idea, but... Alright, you got it anyway. You use your Hearthstone at this point, and you'd be fine. Okay, you could have Hearthstone. You can Hearthstone closer. You know, so long as you know you're somewhere where the enemy won't reach while you're doing your Hearthstone, you can just Hearthstone anywhere. Doomfist is in Zebo's voice. Ha ha ha. Alright, this is a pretty solid shield immortal, so this should be a keep for you guys. You are a level behind in XP somehow through all of this. Which is kind of crazy. Just like the waves adding up, I suppose. Because you've won, like, you've destroyed 2 extra forts. Can we actually see that? Is there an XP? It really sucks that we can't see the XP distribution here. Because I'm super curious to figure out how they're so far ahead. Like, they've got 6 more kills, sure. But you've won all the immortals so far, right? Plus, you've destroyed 2 forts. Plus the gates to that place. Ooh, close. He's giving you mana. That's nice. Give me health first. You could be going a lot more aggressive here. So just as a general thing, right? Just as a general thing of how you can play with and play around certain things. Like, certainly as a damage dealer, for example, Valla, who's very squishy, playing around the enemy team's cooldowns can be a big deal. So, for example, once you know that Arthas has used Flame Strike, or probably more importantly, once he's used his stun or Pyroblast, that's something you don't have to worry about, so that lets you then be more aggressive in terms of your positioning and what you're doing. So for example, in a fight, you get bursted down to like very low amounts of HP. You can still go in and still be aggressive, so long as you have an awareness of the cooldowns that the enemy team have available. Now, of course, in this case, you don't want to be going in, you need like a bit of a chunk of XP, of health, because there's quite a lot of damage that could just pick you off quite easily. Like, you know, a Kelthus, Living Bomb, Tychus grenades, there's a lot of stuff that could just, you know, hit you and do like, you know, 400 damage just in a chunk. But even if you're on, you know, 800 HP, you're pretty safe to go fairly aggressive, so long as you kite away from the damaging stuff and you kind of have in your head an awareness that they've just used the cooldowns that could actually threaten you. And obviously, like, not only the grenades, but the Odin is very long range, so that could possibly pick you off. It's also worth saying that with Valla, with this particular build, you might be better off in many circumstances, you know, focusing on the same... Sometimes you want to, like, try to burst targets with your Q that your teammates have set up, which might mean putting yourself at risk a little bit to do so. It can be difficult. Also, you know what? I actually kind of like the Seething Hatred here. I normally wouldn't, and I like the Death Siphon as well. I like it. Given that they've got so much to wreck you, I think it's actually a pretty appropriate build that I wouldn't really run in any other circumstance, except for the fact that, well, Pyroblast is a big pain in the butt. How do you deal with it? Okay, Strafe, your positioning here is really bad. So you can see right there, I mean, your team was split this way, and you went up here to Strafe. Like, sure, you're getting value from Strafe, but then you get yourself killed because you're way out. And, like, Uther and they were just stun locked and died. So, I mean, you never want to, especially with Strafe, which is very long range. Kind of the point of Strafe is that you're getting, like, consistent damage, right? Because it's long range, it's, like, guaranteed damage. So you should never be out of position, really, for strafing. The point of strafe is that you can keep doing damage even while being fully mobile and at longer range than you would otherwise would be. So that's definitely something to watch out for in a huge way. But yeah, like a big part of that fight going wrong was that you way out of position, and it was a good engage by the enemy team with you guys splitting. If you guys had just split, regrouped, and then pushed in again, you would have been fine. But yeah, pretty much worst case scenario there. You went back in and got yourself caught out and wrecked. Good by Anubarak to trigger the thingy. He should just Hearthstone at this stage and heal up, I would say. Like, he's not going to do anything except die if he's... yeah. Ah, good burrow. Good burrow. Like, he's not going to do any meaningful damage. He's just going to find himself in a rough spot. Actually distracting them pretty well. Huh. Actually worked out decently. Like, that's a good thing to vault. Like, vaulting out of the a flame strike, if you're stuck like that, it does a lot of damage. Yeah, like, you definitely don't want to be hit by those. You've been hit by a lot of flame strikes this game. So that's the thing. I think it's like a bit of a matter of practice as well. And that's, again, what I was saying at the start. Like, I think it's really good that you're practicing all that Valla stutter stepping and stuff. And it's not working perfectly here. Like, for example, right there, in this fight as well, I'd be going on that KT. That's a good, nice, that's very good. Focus down the KT. You need to walk away from him. Like, the stutter stepping's not perfect, but it's fantastic that you're trying and you're practicing it. Because what that means, Uther's gonna, oh my god, he stunned the wrong person. That is hilarious. I think it's really good to practice, because with practice you will get more comfortable and you'll be able to do stuff like sidestep the Kelthas Pyroblasts much more effortlessly. Yeah, you guys should be able to go core here, yeah. This is good. This is a good call by the team. Who is calling that? Anubarak? I like it. I like it. Oh, that was a weird burrow from him. Alright, nice. Okay, well there we go, and that's the end of the game. How do we do in terms of stats? Like, yeah, you did lots of hero damage, which is great. Yeah, I mean, super interesting game. I'm like... You know, like, what I kind of see watching that game is, like, yeah, keep practicing that Valla. I mean, the basics are there, right? And it's really good, especially for silver. I'm like, wow, okay, you're really putting lots of effort into stutter stepping, being mobile. You've got a good build, and I actually liked the adjustments in this case quite a lot, because they kind of fit the needs of, well, shit, I keep getting burst down because their enemy team comp is horrible. But yeah, I mean, like, that was, it was pretty nice. I mean, like, the bigger, like, really, that's the big thing for me watching this one. I was like, okay, the big thing I see here is keep practicing that and the stutter stepping and build up the confidence so that you are actually dodging the stuff you need to dodge and you don't start feeling overwhelmed in the team fights. Like, what's going on? I'm trying to concentrate on stutter stepping, and then I don't notice the flame strikes under me and that sort of stuff. And yeah, that, you know, you're not, like, running in circles instead of shooting. Getting more confident with that. The level 16 talent seemed like a waste. I don't think it was too bad. It was like to build up the Gloom stacks as quickly as possible to make sure that he could... I think it's fine because, you know, it's a good synergy with Gloom. Because Gloom was actually quite important in that game to survive against Pyroblast and the other burst that they had. So I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Alright, let's check out what the next replay is going to be. Got 1, 2, 3, Um, 4, I think. Okay, going for number 1. Niku, teach me how to Nova better. Ooh, intriguing. Why have we logged out? How strange. Ah, because it was an old replay client, I see. You didn't use Gloom even once? Well, you still get the passive value. But yeah, I think it was a good idea. Like, I like the idea of the build at least was good. That, you know, hey, build up Hatred stacks as quick as possible. So I'm going to have Gloom to take the thing. Hanamura. Oh, look who it is. It's you guys. I think there's some dinner. I'm going to see some dinner. Mm-hmm. Hi, Winston. Hello. Goodbye. In you go. I'll see you later. Good boy. I know I love you too. Winston is trying to come in and eat my dinner. I'm going to eat some dinner. This is an advantage of no webcam. You guys can't see. Ha ha ha. It's like a stir fry though. Yum. It's good. Beef stir fry. Left the game. Okay, you're back. Great. Like, one thing I would say straight away going into this is, like, you guys have no tank. Also, you've got double bribe, which is kind of clunky. So you're going to need to be making some pretty big plays. Luckily, the enemy team doesn't have a bribe, so that's good. But you definitely need to... hopefully you guys will use the bribes well and steal away the enemy camps. If you do, it could be really good, but you need to make sure to do that. I would double bribe.
3, 2, 1. Let the battle begin.
Valla's gone up to solo lane. Yeah, I mean, like, because you got double bright, like, because you got these 3 heroes, they're all really good on Hanamura, but I don't know if necessarily together. It's a little bit clunky. In terms of you don't have very much team fighting or stuff. It's pretty weird. Certainly you can, like, probably win, probably, by just playing the map and bribing stuff away. And just getting XP and pushing. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how this one goes. How's this talent going? I didn't look. Covered up. A super weird talent. I don't know about that one.
Having trouble staying grounded?
I mean, yeah, your 4-man team should probably be getting wrecked. You just don't have much wave clear, right? The slow for Arthas swap targets? Possibly. Yeah, I don't know, really. Like, what's the default slow? So this was like 55%. Was it by 40%? It's like, I don't know. I appreciate the thought, though. I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, you guys getting wrecked here is kind of no surprise. It's a good bit of poke on him, which is nice. It's good. Okay.
Payloads deployed. Escort your payload to its destination. Select
Okay, so we got Bribe on Nova here as well. Whoa. Uh-oh. Luckily Kelthus can't stun, so you're gonna survive. Not. Luckily Kel, you almost survived.
payload firing on enemy core.
This Valla. Yeah. Don't worry, she's got Caltrops and Creed the Hunter, so great. It's like super late game focus build on like the least late game focus map. Seems good. Okay, I mean... Oh, no. Oh my god, are you actually going to survive? Almost killed by Arthas swaps. Kelth is going deep. Will Valla kill you with a nicely aimed Caltrops fault? She will not. Aw, what a pity. I mean, so far it's going... actually relatively well for you guys, I would say. Like, you're not too far behind, which is good, considering you got, like, Nova Azmodan early game. Plus, like, no main tank and Arthas instead. Like, what's the point of Arthas here as a main tank? It's just stupid, so...
Escort your payload to its destination.
It's one of those funny things where... really the biggest thing affecting the game so far has been the draft, right? You guys have, like, a terrible early game trio.
Select a talent.
That could go really well in the late game. I wasn't looking, I was eating my dinner. Someone bribed away their camp, which is great. Their bruiser camp, that is, which is really good. Whoever did that, that's exactly what you want to do.
You have been slain.
Rip.
Enemy payload fired.
Teammates should probably all die here. I mean, they're way out. We'll see what happens. I'm curious. Can't see it going too well, though. Oh, they did fine. That's lucky. Nice bribe of the camp. One thing you can do with your E is you can save it to block Stitch's hooks or Kelthus stuns, because they're slow-ish skill shots that you can see coming kind of on time to block. So that could be worth considering, saving that to block those. You can even block it from your teammates. Like, you could have thrown your E like in front there. I guess you were trying. But it does move kind of randomly, so it's hard. But if you do that, you look really good in replays. People think you're cool. Whoa. Whoa. Unfortunately, Azmodan is fat. Okay, again, like, I really feel like a lot of this is just, like, the draft. It's so difficult for you guys to do stuff here. It's so difficult for you guys to do stuff because of the comp that you picked. And that Arthas picked as well.
Your payload has been redeployed.
Like, you probably really wanted to have Valla in the bottom lane to just cope and bring some extra wave clear against their team. They've got quite a lot they've got a lot of pushing power, and it got them a big lead early in the game that's kind of difficult to deal with. Okay, I finished my dinner. I can talk more now. Level 10, this is good. Full Snipe Master stacks, this is also good. Nice hit on the Kelthus. Okay, this fight's actually going very well. Oh god. Oh! Rolled over at the end by Stim Drone Alarak, no less. I think the fight went slightly okay. You might have overstayed to shoot the Kelthus a bit. You know, especially when you do that initial burst, you can maybe back off and then not take stuff in return if you're quick. So that might have been a good idea, right? Because you went in, you bursted the Kelthus, and he kind of stayed and he got damage back on you. Might be better to dodge that. One thing I would also say is their bruiser camp has been up. Well, it was up during that last fight, so it's kind of one of those times where it's like, do we want to fight right now, or do we want to take the bruiser camp? So I'd definitely be looking at sneaking in and stealing that away, especially with stealth. Yeah, I'd be like, you need to go bribe that. There we go. Okay, I would have been looking towards that a bit sooner, to be honest, because it's such a huge priority. It's kind of the way you guys win. It's really the only thing you guys have got going for you is double bribe. So it's what I would say. You've got double bribe. So we want to be trying to use that as much as possible to generate XP and to stay at least somewhat ahead-ish. That clone is popped too early. You can be hooked back in. Oh, what's going on here? Replay froze. Nebkex needs a new PC. Regionalist dies, keeping you alive. This is also a moment where, you know, advanced cloaking, the move speed while cloaked, that would have been really helpful for that whole section to help you get away easier. That Asmodan double kill though feels pretty good with that. Yeah, I do feel like, yeah, I definitely feel watching the game, I'm like, yeah man, advanced cloaking is just so much more useful. The mana sustain, plus, you know, the move speed while cloaked, just for like diving behind forts, just doing little things like that, I think would be a lot more valuable here than the extra slow. I'm just not liking that extra slow that much at all. It's pretty underwhelming to me, from what I've seen so far. Not really feeling it. Show APM. There you go. Lowest APM on team. This is an issue. This is an issue. To be fair, Nova would be a pretty low APM character because it's more like just waiting patiently for the perfect snipe moment. Oh. Alright, that went well. Again, like, I'm thinking about the level 1, and in that situation, I'm kind of going, she probably would have died even without that, so, dunno. Got explosive round now, this is cool. I love me some explosive rounds. Nice. Nice. Another good hit. One thing with Nova as well, like her basic attacks actually do quite a lot of DPS. So So using the basic attacks can actually be quite good and can have a pretty big impact. So that's something that is often worth considering. I love the fact that they have Mule, by the way. Who needs cleanse? We'll have Mule. To be fair, they actually don't need cleanse. Yeah, you're dead.
has ended. The enemy's payload has been redeployed.
What is APM? APM is like how many times you press buttons or click within a minute.
Your payload will be redeployed shortly.
Oh, god. Okay, well, I mean, how are we doing on XP anyway? It's alright. It's alright.
Your payload has been redeployed.
You can see that you're not getting, like, super duper value out of the bribes. That's what I would say. I mean, like, it's okay, but I'm not feeling like the 2 bribe thing is necessarily the way to go. You guys have been sitting on a fair amount of bribe stacks. Kind of limited in what you can do with it. Kind of had to give up a lot in order to have double bribe on your team as well. Yeah, I'm just not loving the draft, but... Hiding behind a tree. Oh no, missed the snipe.
Your payload has been redeployed.
So, you've lost the game, unfortunately. Oh! Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, watching this one, the biggest thing for me, I'm like, I don't like the draft. Like, the Arthas is pretty useless. I'm not really a fan of Nova, Brightwing, Asmodan. I'd much prefer, you know... Like, I'd much prefer if this was a proper main tank, and then this was a proper solo laner. Then you've still got the bribe, you've got Asmodan for the global pressure, you have a strong solo lane, strong front line. Wait, sorry, what just happened there? Hang on, what the fuck? Sorry, I thought that was over. Go back, what happened? I thought that was over. Alright. I'm not sure exactly how you just killed everything. Really, that should not have happened. Like, there's no way that you just solo everyone. Like, they should just kill you. Oh my god, what the fuck? What? Okay, let's watch this again. Okay, so it's literally just you. They have 4 heroes, all of them basically on full HP. Okay. Sniped him. You've got 1 stack of Snipe Master. Okay. Boss is half dead. Alarak tanking stuff up. Misses everything. Okay. Alright, Valla does arrive. Oh my god. Snipe. Oh my god. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Keep it up.
I mean, I think you played that really well. I think that the enemy team threw incredibly hard. That was hilarious. Yeah, 1 fort and you win. Also deliver the 2 payloads and you win. I mean, you guys might just win, you know? That is hilarious. I mean, honestly, looks like you guys are going to win this game. Oh, Morales, well, rip. Nice knowing you. Snipe and she's dead. Right. Honestly, that game was... Yeah, you guys are gonna win. This is a great example. I think your draft is terrible. I think you set yourselves up for a really awkward comp that really struggled, and you could see that. You had a terrible time in the early game. And then the only reason you won this game was because the enemy team completely screwed up taking that boss. They got super greedy chasing the Nova instead of simply killing the boss and being done.
Excellent work, agents.
That's pretty much the throw of the century. So that's pretty much what I would say. I mean, like, in terms of the Nova, I didn't like the level 1 talent at all. I thought it was pretty underwhelming. And then, like, I didn't think the Nova actually fit the draft, right? It's just really awkward. So it's kind of hard to commentate on it properly because it was, like, a really dysfunctional team comp that didn't work or fit. So, I don't know. We first picked Asmodan and Brightwing, then he picked Nova. Yeah, oops. Yeah, I mean... The Nova just doesn't fit well. It's like, yeah, you get another bribe, but your early game with the Asmodan is terrible, your early wave clear is terrible, your team fighting is pretty dodgy. It just takes so long for that to work out. There's such a risk of falling behind, all for the sake of having like a second bribe at level 4. I mean, it can just snowball and you can be super far behind. And it can be awkward to even make use of that second bribe, really, to any meaningful position. So then it just becomes a case of, well, why am I playing Nova if it doesn't exactly fit the comp and if the bribe isn't even that useful? That's what I would say, probably. That being said, Nova is great and underrated and should be played more. You beat a 1v4? That's true. I mean, you outplayed them, but you certainly did yourself no favors with the hero pick. Okay, we're going for Genji from Unique. Okay, we got a full comp here. Again, it's a pretty awful composition. It sucks. It sucks. Actually, you know what? I would normally say, like, Kerosene Lily is super weird, but considering they got Tracer, Butcher, Greymane, actually, that's actually fairly appropriate. I don't like the Artanis. It would have been a lot nicer to have something like a Johanna, but c'est la vie. Your team has got awful wave clear. However, you've got lots of blinds, which is something. Cassia would have been really nice here as well. Oh, this is unranked? Fuck it, we'll just watch it. I'm too lazy to change. But yeah, don't send in unranked in future. Send in Hero League only. Like, they've got a relatively reasonable thing. Sort of. Kind of. Ish. It's pretty wonky as well, but... Screw it. Alright, so Genji. I mean, you're pretty good against Tracer.
Get ready, 'cause we start in 10 seconds.
Should be a pretty easy game for you as Genji. They really don't have much to use against you here. Should be pretty easy.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let the battle begin.
You can't hit her if she's gone. Oh, you're going super aggro. Okay. You could have killed him there. Okay. Alright, cool. That was very close. I mean, you could have killed him with simply going, like, staying beside him and hitting with your Qs and a basic attack. But Eing in worked as well. It was pretty close to not working, but you made it work, so that's good. Yeah, I probably would have been trying to push that wave sooner just because the enemy team was in an awkward spot to actually rotate. So you could probably have... What is this Murden doing? You could probably have done more to actually push that wave into the towers and deny some XP, but... too late now. Murden is dancing. Yeah, you can still send replays into the stream. Oh, hang on, let me... see that there. Let me put on the thingy. There you go, you can send replays there. So you're number 4. There you go. This Murden keeps dwarf tossing for damage, and it's killing me inside a little bit. So you got agile dismount, that's great. You can see your team kind of lacks solo laners. You should really put Lily in the solo lane. And then you would rotate around. That would be a lot better. Fighting over the wall. Lily's actually a really good solo laner, so that's what I would have done. That's, whoa, yeah, super deep. Okay. Oh, nice one. Well done. Good confidence with your teammate there with the Lily coming in to commit to that. Living on a nice edge. That's for sure. The email address has been there the whole time, guys. What are you talking about? I didn't forget it until the very end of the stream, nearly. Now we got another hour in the stream. I didn't make another cup of tea. I think I'll do some Star Wars on my channel after that. I'll try finish off KOTOR 2. We're coming up right to the end, so I think we'll stick with it and finish it off tonight. You be honest, you didn't see that Lily? Okay, if you didn't see the Lily, it was a really bad play. Only with the Lily there that actually worked. Otherwise, Greymane would probably have killed you. But fair play for being honest. Yeah, solo lane Genji versus the tank. Something's not quite right, is it? But yeah, like obviously, like Lily's pretty damn good in solo lane. She has a lot of sustained damage and healing. Her wave clear is bad, but she beats plenty of heroes. Certainly she'd destroy Muradin, I would think. Yeah, the Muradin keeps using his E for damage. Yep. What will I play after KOTOR ends? I know, I've got to think of another game to replace it. I mean, we could still play more Darkest Dungeon, of course. What was I gonna say? No! Oh! There's a few other games I want to play, for sure. But I'm not sure about what story type game to play next. I also want to order this PC. We'll see. It's been kind of a mess. Farmville. Yeah, there you go. That's what we want to do. Clash of Kings. You could probably wreck Tracer, because it's not like a super high level game especially. You just like dash in on her and press W and she'll probably die. Like just E on her. Like hit her with an E and then press W and she'll get wrecked. Promise. The Last of Us? That is a good game. Okay, now, okay, you just did it. However, you did it while she was reloading, so that's your mistake there. You want to press your W after she finishes a reload so that she slams all of her bullets into you and you get all those kunai and kill her. Like, if she shoots you like 8 seconds, 8 times, I mean, it's almost, yeah, you do like 600 damage at least, probably with that W, it's a lot. I will be playing more Warcraft 3 as well. We're going to be playing Frozen Throne. I think I'll start that tomorrow. We'll like just, yeah, do the full Frozen, well, we'll probably do the whole, is it Undead campaign, the first one? Does Reflect counter Pulse Bomb? Yeah, man, it's protected. It does everything. It gets interrupted by stuns, but it does stop Pulse Bomb, yeah. Almost got her. Like, you could see, if you time that little bit better, she'll still die to Chromie, so that's good. If you time that a little bit better, you could see you activated that W just a fraction too early. So you didn't actually, you wasted a few seconds while she was reloading. If you hit her for that, if you press it as soon as she starts shooting, and then you hit her with your abilities, like she would have died without having to have Chromie back you up. You kind of exploit that fact because it's obviously not like the highest level game, so she's not going to play around it. I don't know how to play around it as Tracer. I think you have to press like S to stop shooting, but I'm not super sure. She kind of auto-target stuff. I don't know. I don't play Tracer enough to actually know how to deal with Tracer basic attack mechanics. Oh, you're brave. Well, you did that very well. That worked out really well. Holy shit. That was, again, very close to not working at all. Gone for X Strike. Okay. Nice. Well done. I'd say, like, Dragon Blade is what I'd probably go for in this game. I mean, they're not too scary. X Strike is alright, though. I think you could go for either. I mean, they don't have much to CC you. Dragon Blade's really good against Oriel, because, like, what's she gonna do? She's gonna sit in an Aegis. That's it. Aegis. Yeah, oh, yeah, so the way that Reflect works, by the way, or Deflect works, is that every time you take damage, you throw a kunai. So, if you get hit by a Pulse Bomb, you get damaged once, so you throw one kunai. However, Tracer, every time she fires a bullet, every time she shoots you, and she has how many bullets? And like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she's got 10 bullets in a clip. Every single time she shoots you, you throw a kunai. So it's 10 times. So you'll throw out 10 kunai doing 85 damage over the course of like 1.2 seconds or something, which is nuts. So that's how that works. You probably could have killed her if you pressed the W when she's shooting you. Good X Strike. Good dodge by him. Yeah, you could have got more out of that situation. But yeah. I mean, I don't really know why you're scared of Dragon Blade because of the Butcher. I mean, you could just kite him around and, like, you're probably not going to be hit by Lamp to Slaughter. You're just too difficult to hit. Yeah, so she's 40 bullets in Overwatch. It says that she's got 20 in HOTS, but it's actually 10. I think it's 10. I mean, if it counts as 20, then it's actually... Maybe it does count as 20. I don't think so, because she shoots 8 times a second, and it's not taking her, like, almost 3 seconds to fire. It takes about 1.2 seconds to fire, so I think it is just 10 bullets, but it's displayed as 20. Yeah, there's the level 16 talent, by the way, guys, which is Reflect, where you do 33% of the damage back. So that obviously works really well against something like Pyroblast or Pulse Bomb or whatever it may be. But yeah, exactly, Diza. For the most part, the damage with... Okay, we are looking at your camera, aren't we? Yeah, the damage with Deflect, for the most part, is determined by how many times you get hit as opposed to the damage you take. It's all about how many times you're hit until you get Reflect at 16. Then if you get Reflect at 16. So for example, Genji absolutely destroys the boss on Braxis, because the boss on Braxis shoots like as fast as Tracer does. So you get loads of Deflect damage just for free. So you can actually kill the boss extremely quickly, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I know it shows 20 bullets in the Tracer UI, but I know that I also know she attacks 8 times per second. So, yeah, I don't think, I mean, let's like look at Tracer. Can we look at Tracer, please? Cheers, love, Tracer's here! That's my Tracer impression. She fires 2 bullets every time. It shoots 1 from every gun. That's what it is. Shoots 1 from every gun. Jeez, love. I've got 2 guns. 10 in each gun shooting at the same time. That's it. None of your teammates don't come to boss, Jabeta. That's true. That's true. Know that feeling. Braxis boss attacks 33 times per second, doesn't it? I've actually no idea. All I know is it hits really fucking fast. California 10 round limit. Is that a thing? I have no idea. I'm not a member of the States. Like, we literally have like no guns in Ireland. There's basically none. So I don't know anything about magazine limits. You're living dangerously. Huh. Good shot by Chromie. Pretty stompy here so far. I mean, you're doing a pretty solid job here on this Genji. It's going well. That deflect just wrecked them so hard. Oh my god. Tracer probably... Oh no, she got healed. She would have died to that otherwise, so that was good. Close. Funky lives in Brazil. Yeah, man. Funky is our resident Brazilian player, man. Can't you tell? From the way he talks. He's just like, man, I would just rather be playing football. Let's be honest. What is this here as the Storm thing? Football all the way. Whoa, dude. Not too bad with the X strike. I think you unintentionally destroyed that keep, which is pretty good. That's like a pretty risky move though, for you to jump in like that. Look at that. Do you see Tracer's life explode there? Now, well, I mean, you died, right? But you can see that you blocked the pulse bomb, and then also because you deflected all those bullets back at her, you just did most of her life and damage. Regulus lives in Brazil, at least according to Rodney. Yeah, isn't like Rodney your cousin or something, Regulus? I think. Oh, you have gone for the deflect thing. Oh wow, you've deflected so much damage this game. That's crazy. Football and egg hand. I've never really watched American football, but I've heard that it's very entertaining. I know one of my best mates, a few of my best mates love watching the Super Bowl, for example. I never really sat down to watch it myself, though. But I will. Oh. Okay, that was a bit of a random E in there. You didn't do very much. Teammates are running away. No. Nice X strike. Oh, you could have killed 2 people there. You're a little bit more patient. Alright, this is actually pretty slick moves there. Still a spider. Hey, he escapes. And before the mini wave kills you. Oh, good protect. 82, you would have survived anyway, but still. Rodney Regulus's cousin. What a plot twist. I think he is though. At least I'm pretty sure Rodney claimed to be your cousin at one stage. But then again, who knows with Rodney? It all makes sense now. You're not gold? But dude, Rodney's not gold either, dude. He's a grandmaster. He's just been placing gold by a mistake. Whatever he happens to be. I see you like to live dangerously. Oh, nice. Nice. Rodney and Regulus born in the same favela. True. Yeah, exactly. Don't worry, Lily will heal you eventually. One of these days. Oh, that bait though. Except if Lily had just healed you and you'd gone core, you would have won the game.
Follow through.
In the face of death.
Is the deflect build meta? No, it's not. It's not, no. In Braxis, yeah, probably. Generally speaking, you know, you go like Dragon Blade, and then you get, you know, Final Cut or Steady Blade, because the resets on your E that you get from Dragon Blade synergize so well with that. And the Dragon Becomes Me is like crazy good. Whereas Zanshin is very inconsistent to get. So like you only really get full value out of Deflect build if you are consistently getting like Perfect Defense, Reflect, and then Zanshin procs, which isn't always the case. The shuriken damage is very consistent, yeah. But yeah, that's something I would say. Like, I mean, it was a nice Genji game. It went really well for you guys. You really stomped them. It was very one-sided. I mean, they didn't even destroy a fort here on Tombless Spider Queen. It was pretty brutal. I mean, I think you did a good job. I mean, yeah. One thing I would say that I kind of noticed is you weren't making much use out of as much use out of Shingun as you could. Like, it's a lot of bonus damage from hitting things with the shuriken, so you can maybe use that a bit more, kind of getting into melee range to hit people with that. But yeah, I mean, like, you guys stomped them. Mini Smork. Final Cut Pro, Genji's a video editor. How to use which talent unique? Always going for deflect? I mean, it's okay. What I would normally do, right, is... One thing you can do is, as you're coming up to level 16, just stop and then look at your... You can hover your mouse over your W button as Genji, and it will show you... it will show you... how much damage you've deflected in that game. So that will give you an insight. So if the stat, like you had a ridiculously high deflect stat in that game, so it worked really well, right? Because you're deflecting loads of damage, especially because of Tracer. So in that case, then yeah, it's often good to go and grab the deflect talents. However, in other games where you've only deflected like 2,000 damage or something, it might be much more reasonable to not go for that and to go for the E build instead. Especially because the E build, Swift Strike build synergizes so well with Dragon Blade. So that's something to consider. Okay, we've got 1, 2, I think 3. We haven't covered your game yet, Deeza, have we? I don't think so. So I think it's still 3. In fact, that's the one we're going for. Okay. Streaming. Streaming is like streaming, but with, you know, except you're eating chicken at the same time. Okay. Yeah, we didn't do this one. Nah, cool. Is the amount of damage reflected important, or the number of times deflected more important? Well, for the Zanshin quest, it's the amount of damage you've deflected, which is just the amount of damage you absorbed. In terms of the damage that you do with deflect, it's based on the number of times that you deflect. But the damage you absorb is based on the damage you absorb. So for Zanshin, you need to get 6,500 damage absorbed by level 20, which is actually a fair amount. Oh, can you tell it's an NA replay if I can't see the portraits? Is that it? Is that how it works? I don't know.
Prepare yourselves for battle.
Okay. Rehgar.
We will slaughter these whelps or die.
Alright, so we're on BOE. Cool. It's say Lightning Bond at level 1 is typically your go-to for damage. This is after watching the video on Rehgar positioning. Ah, cool.
Battle commencing in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
So, really good spins here at the start. Warming yourself up. Excellent to see we've got Laser Build Asmodan and High King's Quest Variant. I suppose Laser Build's actually... It's alright in this map, I guess. I don't know. Wouldn't be picking it personally, but sure. I don't know. Living a little dangerously there, boy. Oh shit, whoa! You just took a lot of damage. Nubrek lives with, was it like 20 HP? Yeah, you went way too aggressive there at the start. Like, you just used your Z to jump in right in the middle of the enemy team. I mean, they're gonna beat you in a one-on-one fight here. You've got Varian, who's fairly useless. Lunara is like slow damage. And Nubarak is CC, but not that much. So, yeah, you're gonna have a pretty tough time. I mean, it would have been good to jump on the Valla there. You actually would have killed... You will still kill her. Oh, you chased her too much. She should die from poison, yeah. If you had used your Z to like bite her when she was down there, you would have got that kill earlier. If Karazim had a heal, she would have lived. It looks like he's out of mana though. So that's good. Worth heartstoning now, by the way. Nice kill. But you're gonna get a kill in return. I mean, there's not much to do up here. You're just gonna like... I mean, you stayed up there, you traded 1 for 1, which means your Heartstones are gonna be kind of slow. Would have been better to time those and get in quicker, and then just be at the Immortal earlier with HP. It's a bit better than just going for a 1 for 1 trade and then being late, I would say. Ugh. I don't think you used your Feral Lunge there. I think you just walked up to him and then cast your spell. I think if you'd Feral Lunged, you would have killed him as well. Yeah, you're definitely going super deep for some of these fights. A little bit too deep. This is good, though. Good to juke out.
Double kill.
Yeah, you don't have a well for another 20 seconds. Okay. That Greymane is way out of position. That's one thing I'd recommend, right, for Rehgar especially, is if you are in a position where you can safely Feral Lunge, for example, right there against the Greymane, if you can get that Feral Lunge off and do it safely and then be able to cast your spells afterwards, that's much better than not using the Feral Lunge because it's a nice chunk of extra damage. Well, this is a very dead Arthas, which is great. You guys want to... Yeah. A little bit awkward now, in terms of this Immortal. Where are you going? Where are you off to? Bruh! Bruh! At that point, you just need to, I think, race your Immortal. Otherwise, you're gonna lose this pretty slowly but surely. I love that Greymane just walked past everything that's happening to go on the Asmodan. While his team in the meantime is dying. It's kind of hilarious. It's a good healing totem position right there. Very good. Nice. Greymane will arrive again one of these days. We'll see. Yeah, you just need to just give up and go kill their thing now. Asmodan just died to the Immortal. That crafty Immortal. Well, you can see not much as good is going to come of this. Like, you're probably just going to die if you pushed off. Greymane's going to kill Lunara now. Like, yeah, you guys should have just, at that point, just been like, okay, great, you know, we got some kills, we need to go. Just lower those Immortal shields as much as possible. Yeah, yeah. As a man, you probably don't want to be in there too much. He's like, I got the laser though. I got the laser. You guess what's 25% heals. He's good. Oh, dude! Why? You keep jumping in. Like, you know it only does like one chunk of damage. Like, it's a nice chunk of damage, but if you jump into Greymane, Valla, Karazim, they're gonna do so much more damage to you than you're gonna do to them, right? You know what I mean? Like, if you gotta go that deep to do some damage, you're just asking to be out-traded super consistently and be full of regrets. Yeah, it's like you did what, like 100 damage or something, and you lose like about 1,000 life yourself. Plus, including getting your healer, your tank killed, which is not great. Bit unfortunate you got killed there. I think you did all right. I mean, you traded 1 for 1, so that's okay. But yeah, man, you need to like Feral Lunge. It's great for burst damage. The thing about Feral Lunge is because it's this big burst of damage, and then you can like quite quickly pop your movement speed and run away afterwards. It can be great for quick little trades, give you that extra burst. Like, how much is it? Like a double? It's almost a double basic attack, you know, it's pretty decent. But you need to, like, yeah, you want to use it to out-trade. You don't want to do it to trade badly, then it's just not going to end well. Varian is holding on to that level 7, by the way. He's holding on to it. He's like, I'm not picking my level 7 until we hit level 10. There we go. He got it now. Level 9 in the 3rd. Excellent. Okay. Would have been nice to grab that bruiser camp coming up to this Immortal, but we'll make do without it. Seems like. Oh yeah, I forgot to check out Doomfist. I forgot. I want to check out that Overwatch stuff. What we'll do is we'll check out the Overwatch stuff, then watch one more game after this one. That's a really nice kill there. Beautiful. Enemy team went for bruiser camps. Okay. You guys really need to go do that Immortal while you've got Sonya dead. Twin Blades back to Wreck House. Come on, Varian, you can do it. Pick it, pick it, pick it. Pick your talent. You guys are fighting. Pick your talent. Come on, Varian, Rehgar, you guys can do it. You need to pick a talent here. There you go. You got Ancestral. That's fine. Varian. Varian, come on. Varian's very slow in these old talents. He's not really a big fan. You get into level 9 to pick. There we go. He's got it now. Twin Blades activated just in time to die. Oh, you saved him. Well done. That's generous. That was a great spot for a totem. There you go. Beautiful. Yeah, you could tap a well or just like Hearthstone out at this point, I would reckon. Oh. Oh. Not even close, Sonya. Varian's gonna give her a little love tap. Run away. I love it. Oh, you could see Twin Blades coming for a long time in this game. Nice. In he goes. Again, that would have been a great time to. Oh, would have been a great spot to use your Feral Lunge to go in and then heal. You know, just to squeeze that little bit extra damage out. I think Twin Blades is okay in this situation. He's against a 4 melee team that's like super basic attack based, so it's not the worst. I think he can get decent value out of Twin Blades here, I reckon. Good Ancestral this time. Missed it the first time, got it the next time. This is good enough. You see, cleanse isn't really being used, so I'm not sure that you really want cleanse. Also, I mean, they don't exactly have much worth cleansing, do they? Like Sonya, you're not realistically gonna cleanse the spear, let's just be honest, that's too hard. Karasim, nothing to cleanse. Greymane, nothing to cleanse. You could cleanse the Prism, and you can cleanse the Blind. Again, they're pretty difficult things to do. And then the stun is really short, you can pre-cleanse it. I mean, it's half a second stun. It's really not worth it. You should really go for something else, I would say, in this game. Rather than cleanse. 20 HP easy. I don't feel like the cleanse is gonna really do too much in this game. Yeah, Farsight, man. Farsight's good. Oh, nice. There was Greymane there, is he? Why did it leash? There must have been someone there, right? I wasn't quite looking. Healing totem there was a bit unnecessary. I mean, everyone's on full HP anyway, you know? Don't really need it. It would also be worth doing a lightning shield here for just more damage. You got loads of mana anyway, so it's okay. Just to clear this stuff faster. This is nice for you guys though, big lead.
Seize this mercenary camp.
Yeah, you could invade, but it's super risky. I think, oh, excuse me, retreating is the better idea. Oh, nice. Nice. Rip that guy. 300 damage for a lunge. 370 damage for a lunge. So it's pretty important that you do land those. That adds up to a lot over the course of the game. That would be a good cleanse there in the Anubarak. He got stunned pretty hard by the Immortal. Oh, I could see you were looking for an Ancestral. You got stunned. A bit unfortunate. Ugh, you're dead. Yeah, pretty big misplay there from the whole team. Just kind of being clunky. You gotta, unfortunately, it's pretty bad luck and kind of lucky for the enemy team that I think it was Valla threw the stun onto Varian to try to kill him, and that just happened to block the Ancestral. What was it? I didn't quite notice. Was Lunara attacking the Immortal? I mean, it's not like she gets most of her damage from poison, so she can land like 2 attacks on the Immortal and then ignore it and do the team fight and still do most of that Immortal damage anyway. Lunara's level 7. Oh yeah, she went for Splintered Spear, which is a really good talent, but it's definitely putting you in the team fight scenario as opposed to the Immortal race. I don't mind it too much. Probably would take Nature's Culling on this particular map though, I would say 90% of the time. Windbait's Varian! No! Don't die! He's okay. Don't worry, team. Nubrak, maybe not so okay. Oh man. Just short in terms of the Ancestral cooldown, that sucks. At least it's not Wild Vigor. This is true, that would have been truly depressing. It's a good Ancestral. Asmonan's going to Demonic Invasion himself. Why not? Why not?
as a flower.
Yeah, it's definitely a pity she didn't take Nature's Culling. The more I look at it now in this game, I'm like, yeah. That would have been nice. That would have been good. You win some, you lose some. Asmo's a god. It's the only explanation. What's this? Does he not have a laser talent at 16? He is this. He should do that. Oh well, Rip. It's fine. We need to get back to you. There we go. I mean, you're still ahead on XP, which is nice. It would be difficult to win the game without a Giant Immortal, and it's hard to see how you get one, so... Yeah, it's definitely like a tricky position right now. Because, like, you'd have to get like a full Shield Immortal to be able to power through both the fort and the keep walls and the keep and the core. So, you're pretty far off winning the game. So that's definitely something to be considerate of, or consider, I should say, really. Nice. That was good. That was good. There you go. Great punishment on the Sonya. Oh. Nice. Perfect. Okay, well this is exactly what you need. Never mind. Maybe you will win the game. Might want to heal the bear. Yeah, okay, I like that. You know, just YOLO. Just heal him. Okay, nice heal on the Lunara as well. Very well done. This would be a great position for cleanses. Woohoo! Not even close. Okay, yeah, you guys just want to wreck this Immortal. This is a great chance. Yeah, one person goes to deal with the core. Should be enough. You can race that with Lunara pretty hard. Everyone is pinging. Cocktails would have been really nice here for the enemy team. Yeah, for sure. You want to use your Zed like on cooldown to burst this, like in this situation where you're just trying to kill it as quick as possible. Squeeze out that extra little bit of damage.
The light of the crystal arch shines on.
Okay. Poor Varian has been sitting without this finish for a long time. What's he missing? Oh, we won't know what he's missing. Maybe the regen globes, I'm gonna guess. Alright, this is nice though. Asmo's gonna split push. Questionable. Okay, that's great. That's down. So no ultimate for him. Fantastic. You guys do have level 20. Which is pretty good. Alright, Asmo's on the way. That's also good. You've got for Storm Shield. That's just fine. Good pop in the Storm Shield. I like that a lot. That was very good timing on that. Very, very good. Okay, it's a good heal as well. Oh yeah, yeah, there you go. Throw it on the E as well, Knife. Yeah, perfect. Alright, and you got the healing time. Well done. That was actually, you played that very well. And you guys have probably, yeah, you'll win the game right here. They've got 4 dead, the Immortals. There you go. Nice. Very nice. Oh, almost dying at the end, but you survived. Doesn't matter anyway, you guys have won. That was really good. I mean, that ended up being like the perfect... I honestly feel like you played those last 2 team fights very well, which was a big part of that. But, you know, like you guys did great. Those last 2 team fights could not have gone any better, and that turned it from a situation where it was like, yeah, I don't really see how you could win into, oh my god, you guys did like way better than I expected, and actually pulled out the win there at the end. Like, you really had to win those team fights that dramatically as well to actually make that a win, but 2 1 team fights in a row, just that starkly, and you're good. That wins you the game. Very quick turnaround. Yeah, Nature's Culling is like bonus damage. It works against structures, immortals, everything. Yeah, the Sonya definitely YOLO'd into you a couple of times for sure. Yeah, your positioning early game was terrible. Like in the lane especially. Jumping in for those feral lunges, you know, and just, you know, doing 100, 200 damage and then taking 1,000 or more in return. It's a really bad trade to take. So you need to watch out for that. But then in the late game, like you were playing a really good game. Like I said, those last two team fights, I thought you played those very well. So that was cool. Alright, time for one more. Okay, it is Yurda Hill. Okay. Oh my god, this is Rehgar and BOE again! Oh no! Oh no! Well, rip! I'm not kidding! I'm not kidding! Let's dive into this. Yeah, today's Rehgar Day and Battlefield of Eternity Day, for sure. Yeah, last week was all Braxis. This week's all Battlefield of Eternity. If we're going from like 2-lane maps up in terms of like size, we should be onto like what, Hanamura next? Haunted Mines, Hanamura next week. We're on the wrong team. Here we go. Feels like a camera lock game to me, Yurda Hill. Feels like a camera lock game to me.
The battle begins here.
Alright, Lightning Bond, this is good. Amateur opponent, this is great. What is this? It's like your teammates and you know the talents that are good on the map. Amazing. Okay, I mean, like, the camera lock is not ideal. That's the first thing. Being able to move your camera around more fluidly would be pretty good, but... Oh, DC. Bad cow. Yeah, that was almost a good feral lunge, except you put yourself too far out after ETC had burned his cooldowns. So you're actually pretty isolated there. If ETC had his cooldown still available, that would have been good. But because he didn't, that ended up being really bad. Because they knew that there was no CC and follow-up for them to worry about. That being said, your solo laner just owned him. That's really nice. So that's a much bigger win for you guys. You guys are actually quite a bit ahead then, because of that. Which is great. Alright, nice. That was very well done. Lovely. Okay, good. Wrong channel. Like I feel like the feral lunges here are an awful lot better. Like he's going in for like you're going in for the burst of damage. You're doing the feral lunge and then you're kind of like getting out. I think it's much smoother. Yeah, like that right there is a perfect example. Like boom, nice little bonus chunky damage, not a big deal. Good bite in on him as well. Beautiful. Alright, that's really well done. Good punishment on the Ragnaros and understanding you can do it. You may well die here in return. Oh, never mind. ETC had this W to protect you. You guys are fighting under the Immortal. Oh, they're going to get owned. Fantastic. And again, another good feral lunge. I think this is a good contrast to the previous game, where the feral lunges here are actually like a lot more confident and well executed. It is a bit of a stomp so far though, for sure. Alright, we shall see. Yeah, Heartstoning is a good idea. Okay, this is like, that's very bad indecision right there. You have to decide as the Immortal's about to die so that you can just like Heartstone like immediately, even before it's gonna die sometimes. And then come back having Heartstone. Alternatively, you want to be out there to grab those regen globes. Then grab the thing as quickly as possible, then come in. So you're missing mana that you should have, right? If you had that better decisiveness. Like if you just decided, hey, I'm gonna stay, I'll grab the regen globes and then I'll grab the well and it'll be fine. Would have been a lot better. Like you can see, like why is Rehgar in this case able to bully that Greymane around? Because he understands, I feel like the how Feral Lunge works in this case a lot better, and he's doing really well. Alright, Molten Core. Good back off. Well, not quite backed off enough. You had the right idea initially. Your teammates were a little slow and then you got caught a bit out of position. Genji goes in, got stunned. Alright, cool. Alright, nice idea to save ETC. You did like the overstep a little bit though. And this is a situation as well where you do want a Heartstone now. You've got no mana left. There's nothing really to do on the map for a while. You just want to get mana and then be able to fight over Mercs. Then probably go get mana again to fight over the Immortals. Like there's no real reason for you to stay here with no mana. There's not much for you to do. I'm tired, team, but I feel like we should probably power through and do KOTOR today. I think it'd be good. Like, yeah, you can see here you don't have the mana to do too much of use. There's more stuff to cleanse in this game. I mean, they've got Anubarak, Malfurion, and Jaina. They're all pretty cleansable heroes, so it makes more sense to pick the cleanse in this game than in the last one. Alright, that was actually pretty good. In that situation, I would have thrown that Lightning Shield on the Genji. That's a small thing, you know. ETC was too low to actually re-engage. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. You didn't need to go in that soon. Me, my kind. Just came to say goodnight, Nubkex. In case you miss your stream later, if I decide to do it. Thank you very much. When am I planning to send more viewers to their deaths in Darkest Dungeon? Fairly soon, yeah. Maybe over the weekend. I haven't quite decided yet.
I am restless.
Alright, well, Immortal switch position. You guys are very far ahead, which is great. Totem there would have been quite nice to help him survive. Like a totem in the choke point, just to help heal a little bit, would have been quite good. Now you guys are in a very rough spot where they just got 2 kills right there. Now, not entirely your fault. The Arthas was too deep. Ooh, I'd be pretty careful here. Meteor value. Okay, yeah, you're pretty free to move in and start being a bit more aggressive. Should be able to kite the Jaina without too much hassle. Oh, I like the healing totem. Pity Sylvanas. Okay, Sylvanas is getting you guys level 10. Alright. I wasn't looking properly there. I didn't see who he ancestraled. Sylvanas got 1v1'd by Greymane. Pretty embarrassing. That fight really should have gone better. Whoosh. I missed the ancestral, which is probably important. I don't know. I love how Jaina picked, by the way, the 2 Frostbolt talents. Then decided, you know, like, one of the best talents for BOE for killing immortals and stuff. Ice Lance. It's like, nah, Frostbitten. Look it. Don't want to win. It's on ETC. I saw who it was on. I didn't see how much health he had. The problem. Good juke of that. Oh yeah, this is like a nasty position for you. Good cleanse there. Alright, wow, you guys got through that pretty well actually. Has to be said. Now Ragade's the split pushing. That's a little bit scary. Good fair lunge. Nice. Okay. And good Hearthstone. You could also technically like cleanse ETC mosh pits too, like to stop them getting interrupted by Twilight Dream. That could be pretty slick. Or Cocoon, no, that would be extremely difficult. Twilight Dream easier, because there's a cast time. And you know, you can see him walking into melee range, whereas Cocoon is like infinite range, basically. Didn't know you could see camera lock and replays. Yes, you've been found out. Good cleanse. Unfortunately, she didn't run away, so... Yeah, you did pretty much everything you could there. Would be good to take that bruiser camp now, by the way. Alright, this is the good timing for it. You can't really defend top. Fair lunge bug, feels bad. There's a party happening down in bot lane, by the way. I don't know what's going on there. Ugh.
Angels shall know the taste of fear.
Yeah, killing Rag would be very appealing here. Fortunately, ETC missed. You want to be going a lot more aggressive there. You backed up a lot too much. I feel like part of that was due from camera lock. Like, your vision of the fight was very weak. So you couldn't really see what was going on. Now you guys are just getting wrecked, yeah. I feel like if you gone in more aggressively there, it would have worked out a lot better. There was a chunk where you ran away, which actually had a pretty large impact. And also we couldn't see what was going on in the fight, which is not good.
My foe will not expect this. Choose a talent. That always stings a bit.
Choose a talent. I'd definitely be saying Earth Shield here would be the go-to. I mean, it is the go-to, and there we go. Yeah, good. Good, good, good. This Sylvanas is really like trying her best to throw. It's a real effort here. Okay, this could be pretty tough, man. this is basically straight onto the keep. They've got a very big XP lead. They'll probably have 16 for pushing onto the keep. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's always... like, I wouldn't be calling GG. It probably is, but you're not going to help anyone, really, by saying GG in chat. That's the problem there. You know, the bruiser camp is visible here when you're taking it on the map. And they collapse and they punish you for that. Definitely kind of greedy. Nub likes pups, Rehgar is a pup, so why Nub doesn't camera lock the wolf? What? What? Okay. YOLO Ancestral Sylvanas, just because she's running into the fight with no life. Yeah, I mean, you never want to have to do that, but in that case, I think you probably kind of did have to, unfortunately. Oh, you're deep. Dem Janus lows. No damage at all. I mean, the Sylvanas was trying very hard to feed this game, to be fair. She died solo several times. Right? Yeah, I mean, she died solo several times. That being said, like, the Genji had, like, no impact as well. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad as well. Ah, well. Yeah, I think the main thing from this was, like, the camera lock. Like, the gameplay was not too bad. I think you're fairly on point. I'd say like camera lock and getting that better overview of the team fights would be good. That's really the big thing for you to work on. That will have, it's the easiest thing for you to work on, and that will have the biggest impact on your games. Stop playing with camera lock. Doesn't help. Makes everything worse. Just makes it more difficult to see the team fight and what's going on, and just getting that understanding of the game. So that's kind of what I would say for that one. Okay guys, that's going to be the end of the stream. I'm going to chill out for a little bit, and then I'll come back and stream some KOTOR on my own channel. Yeah, we'll probably just finish KOTOR tonight. Just power through and do it. Just like streaming all day. How do you manipulate the camera without camera lock on? I mean, you just use your mouse, right? And you just, I don't know, just mouse around. I don't really know how to describe it. It's nothing like strange. You just, I don't know. You just use your mouse. That's all I can say, really. So yeah, there you guys go. And no, I don't have any. You guys could suggest games for after KOTOR. Bear in mind, my PC, we're streaming 720p, so they can't be super high quality games. We're definitely going to be playing. Yeah, mouse to the side of the screen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we're going to be playing. What you call it? Warcraft 3: The Frozen Throne. Definitely be doing that tomorrow. And yeah, that's basically the plan. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. I'll be back on Monday here in Xsolla as well. No Xsolla stuff over the weekend from me. Thanks. Bye. What kind of games? Oh, I like any kind of games. You can talk more in Discord.